Today we are going over the vibration chart. Now, this is something that I believe everyone with ADHD should understand how the emotional vibration chart works, because this was a game changer for me when I understood this, and this is going to be a game changer for you once you understand it. So, the emotional vibration chart is a tool to help you identify which emotions produce a higher frequency and which produce a lower frequency, with the goal being to move towards a state of consistently higher frequency. Because, when we are at a higher vibration, it's going to be easier for us to manifest and reach our goals because we're working with a positive mindset. And what I like to say, guys, is your frequency is what you frequently see. So if you're stuck at if you're stuck at some low vibrations, if you are stuck at lower emotional vibrations, you're going to keep on getting that. I'm going to be hitting you guys with a lot of quotes on this training, and one of the ones I want to share is the world isn't as you, the world isn't as it is, the world is as you are. So and we will get into that in more detail. But guys, if you see the world as negative, then you are negative. If you can perceive things differently, then you will perceive things differently. When you change the way you look at things, the things that you look at change. Now, I'm going to be hitting you guys a lot of quotes on this training, but I really want to get into a more detailed way so you guys can all understand this. So, shame and guilt are at the bottom of the frequency. So that's a lot of emotions that was dealing with when I was an addict, when I wasn't on my self-development journey. That was a lot of things that I was carrying around. I was depressed. I was very sad. I never thought anything was possible for me. I never thought I was going to amount to anything, because when you're at such a low vibration, it's hard to believe that anything is possible for you. But guys, there there is ways to raise your vibration. We're going to get into that. But first, I want to just go over all these emotions, from shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger. Okay, these are the bottom ones. And as you can see, anger is at the top of the lowest vibration. So sometimes anger can actually be a good thing. If you're really angry at the position you're in, if you're angry that you don't like where you're at in life, if you're angry that you don't like something that's going on, that's what's going to maybe push you to potentially change. You see, desire is right under anger. And to me, desire is one of the worst because desire leads to vices. The first thing is that boredom. Guys, boredom is not on the vibration chart, but boredom leads to desire. Because, guys, when we are bored, we're just like, okay, what do I want to do? I want to jerk off. I want to smoke weed. I want to get fucked up. I want to do negative things. And when you're bored constantly, you desire constantly. And when you desire constantly, you accumulate negative habits. And when you accumulate negative habits, you're going to start to build guilt and shame. But see, what we're doing inside my program is we're accumulating positive habits, and we're going to be able to start to build pride, courage, and the willingness, acceptance, and we're going to keep on going up the emotional vibration chart. So I want everybody to understand and study this, and I want you to ask yourself what emotions are showing up the most for you. It's very I just life is all a series of moments, and every moment we're experiencing an emotion. You might not be thinking about it all the time, but it's happening. Okay, we're all experiencing emotions. We're all experiencing each moment at a time, and it's your choice to choose where you want to lie on the emotional vibration chart. Because yeah, I know it's hard when you feel stuck in those negative emotions and you don't know how to get out of it, but we're going to talk about getting out of those negative emotions. Just being part of the program, checking off these habits that I have for you, doing the workouts, proper nutrition, positive things that you take in, you're going to feel positive about yourself and your thoughts. So I know I'm a little going off, but I hope this is making sense, guys. The goal is to raise our frequency as much as we can throughout the day. And you have to understand that even if something bad happens, that doesn't automatically mean that it's going to lower your vibration. Say just say anything. A couple weeks, about a month ago, I got into a car accident. What was crappy, but even though that was a crappy situation, I was like, thank God I didn't get hurt. Thank God nobody got hurt. I'm feeling grateful that nobody got hurt. This isn't that, So every situation, you can find the positive in it, even if it seems negative at first. You always should try to find the positive in any situation. Unless a loved one dies, God forbid, or somebody goes to prison, God forbid, unless something very bad happens, you can always find positivity in a negative situation. This is the law of relativity. There's always another side to something. Okay, so I want you guys to understand that. I want you guys to ask yourself what emotions are showing up the most for you. You know, for me, a lot of it is courage, a lot of it is acceptance, and I still carry around sometimes a little bit of guilt and shame. But the guilt and shame goes away as I progress through my day. As I do positive acts, my emotional frequency will raise. Right when I wake up in the morning, I'm usually I'm usually angry because I have to get up early, and I'm usually hit with it's usually anger and desire right when I wake up, because I'm angry that I have to get up and I'm desiring to sleep in longer. But if I can hit that first W, and if I cannot hit the snooze button and I get up immediately, I'm gonna be hit with pride. That's the next step, and we just keep on going from step to step. So when you wake up in the morning and you're angry you have to get up, and you're desiring you have to sleep in, but then you get up anyway, you're gonna be proud. You're gonna feel that proud. You're gonna be proud of yourself, and then you're gonna have the courage. Now you're moving, blood flows circulating. Now you have the courage, and you have the neutrality. You have the willingness and the accept, and you just keep going up as you progress through your day. So we will get back to the chart here in a second, but I wanted to pull up this. So there's 3 steps for you to actually raise your frequency. You have to understand, guys, boom, 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 I can be small in this. If you are not feeling good, you may not be in a good vibration. Well, you can quickly change that. And if you're not feeling good, like you actually have a cold or you have a flu, that's complete. We're not talking about that. We're talking about if you're not feeling good, like emotionally, if you're not feeling good, like with who you are as an individual, you can quickly change that. So again, ask yourself, are you in a low frequency state or a high frequency state? If it's low, you can use these steps that I'm about to explain to raise it. If it's high, you can continue to manifest to become the best version of yourself, and that's with taking consistent action, with 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 actual actionable steps, and having our thoughts and energy. You guys know I've talked about this before. Thoughts, actions, and energy. They all need to be in alignment. They all need to be working towards the same goal for us to actually manifest our goals. So we have to have the energy that's positive. We have to have the thoughts that are positive, and we have to take actions that are positive going to reach our goal. Like, it's going to be impossible for us to fail with these actions that we have in place. So, guys, control your vibration. There is an energy flowing to you and through you. And when it flows into your conscience, it has no form. Our thinking gives it form. That's what I mentioned the other day. I mean, not the other day, just a second ago, when I got into a car accident. That situation, and it flows into my consciousness. That situation goes into my brain, and then the way I think about that situation, that's what manifests that as a negative or a positive in my brain. Okay? And so if we can understand this fully, that how we perceive the world is how the world is. The world isn't as it is, the world is as you are. So if you can shift your mindset to think more positively, you are going to just feel more positive. I know I'm kind of like on some hippy dippy shit right now, but bear with me here, guys. Again, the situation will flow into your consciousness, and it has no form. Our thinking gives it form. And even if something bad happens, how you perceive it determines where your vibration is going to be. Okay, so now I'm going to get into the actual 3 steps to raise your vibration. And these are things that we should be doing throughout the day, because the goal is to constantly be raising our vibration. And why do we want to constantly be raising our vibration? Because the quality of our life is dictated by the quality of our thoughts. And for us to have true, authentic, quality, good thoughts about ourselves, we have to be in a high emotional vibrational state. All right, guys? The first thing you could do to raise your vibration is work out. Physical fitness, especially something high intensity, sprints, burpees, jump squats, pushing yourself physically. That blood oxidation that flows through your body is going to give your mind a break from the negative emotions and raise you at least one step. Someone check the chat. Thank you, Jason. Hope you guys are getting value from this. See, when I say workout, like, yeah, you guys, the workouts that a lot of you guys are doing are really specific for building muscle and strength. And a lot of those workouts, they're great, they are great, but they may not raise our frequency the way that we're expecting. If you really want to raise your frequency, it may not be with the muscle building workouts, unless you're pushing yourself really hard and it's like you're in the mode and you're like very proud of yourself in the moment. That can work. But like a quick fix, guys, if you were to just go on like a 30-second sprint, just something that that will just really get your heart rate up. Because when you get your heart rate up really high, and your blood oxidation and the blood is circulating through your body like crazy, your brain has a break from those negative thoughts. Your brain has a moment of clarity, and when you unlock that moment of clarity, you will raise at least one step on the vibration chart. So, if you are at around maybe fear, okay, you're sitting around fear, and then you go do 10 burpees and you go on a little run and you're sweating and you're breathing heavy, you might not feel that fear anymore. It might be moving close to desire. You might be moving closer to anger. And you have to understand, that's why you guys have to understand that these emotions are step by step. So if you're sitting around fear and then you go do a workout and then you're desiring something and then you're angry about something and then you do something else and then you feel proud because you've pushed through those negative emotions. So this is not something that is automatic. It's really just magical in my opinion. So it's back to here. Hope you guys are following along. But the first thing that you guys can do to raise your vibration is a workout. The workouts that we have in place are great, but those are actually specifically for us to change the way our body looks. But you could use this just like literally 30 seconds, drop down and do some jump squats or some jumping jacks. Anything that will create a level of blood oxidation in your body that gives your brain a moment of clarity. Because sometimes when I'm in a negative state and I'm doing my regular workouts, just, push ups and whatever, my brain may still be stuck on negativity. But if I go do a quick sprint interval, it's impossible to be negative when you're doing peak physical performance. When you're really intense, when you're really going hard, your brain can't focus on negativity. It's so focused in that moment. And then when you power through that moment, the universe or whatever it is, it's going to reward you with clarity and a feeling of being proud and grateful for accomplishing that. All right? Let's move on to number 2. Become the source of what you seek. Okay, this is a big one. This is, to me, is the biggest one. So guys, if you're lonely, go be somebody's friend. If you're feeling sad, go make somebody else feel happy. If you're whatever you are, whatever you want, go be that for somebody else. Because whatever you release, you possess. So if you give someone that positive energy that you want so bad, you are also going to feel it. Okay? In layman's terms, do something good for somebody else that you love very much. And you should be doing this a lot. That me doing this for you guys, and I feel like I'm giving you guys such valuable information that if you take serious, I know could change your life like it changed my life. I'm getting rewarded from the universe, like, wow, like the universe is like, wow, you're telling people these insights that have really changed your life. This is something that now I'm feeling good about that because I'm giving it to you. Does this make sense, guys? Whatever you release, you possess. Check this out. If you were going on road, like driving, road rage, some guy flips you off, you guys are, see, that person that flipped you off, he may deserve the middle finger. He may deserve you talking crap to him. He may deserve all that stuff. But the thing is, guys, you don't deserve it because Whatever you release, you possess. So even if that person was talking crap, was rude, was mean to you, and you feel like you need to talk back to him and you need to be mean back to him, you're gonna feel that. So don't be mean. Like, I know this is, I'm trying to articulate this in a way that really resonates, guys. There's people out there that are just shitty people, and they deserve the middle finger. They deserve that, but you don't. You're a good person. You're a positive person. Because if you release that negative energy from inside, you will also have to possess it. You're also going to obtain that. So you know how you could elevate past that and raise your frequency even in that city situation. You give that person love, you give that person forgiveness, because you don't deserve to feel how that shitty person feels. Hope this is resonating, guys, because this is giving me the chills, the goosebumps. I love this stuff. Become the source of what you seek. Do something good for someone else. Whatever you release, you possess. Positive emotions will gradually, if you release positivity, you will gradually possess positivity. And it's the same thing. It goes across the board, guys. If there's someone that you don't like, you can cut them out of your life. But if you can't cut them out of your life, you got to show them love. Not because they deserve it, because you deserve it. Because if you want to manifest, if you want to have a happy, positive life and reach your goals, then you got to have good thoughts. You got to have good energy. Okay? We got the actions on lock. The thoughts and energies are the hardest. But I really want you guys to understand this one concept that I keep saying over and over again is whatever you release, you possess. I have that playing in my head all the time because I used to be a negative person. I used to I liked talking shit to people like in like a friendly bully type of way with my friends and stuff. But like I realized that that was bringing me down, you know. And when like I would get into a situation with someone and something might happen and I would try to bring them down, and I realized whenever I tried to bring someone down, I would have to go down with them. So I'm gonna leave it on this last thing. They may deserve it. Guys, you don't have to be the what's it called? The person that distributes karma. If someone's a shitty person, they're gonna get their karma. Just tell that to yourself in the head. They're getting their karma. If you're a good person, you're gonna get that good karma. But if that bad person, the road rage person flipping you off, if you just like, oh, well, I hope he has a good day. I hope maybe he's having a crappy day. If you just give him that positive energy while he's still releasing that negative energy, karma is going to play itself out, guys. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is release what you want. Become the source of what you seek. Again, if you're lonely, go be someone's friend. If you're sad, go make someone happy. If you want love, go give someone a hug. Guys, this is powerful shit, okay? I know you guys might be thinking, oh, he's just a hippie, but this is some powerful shit, guys. Okay, we're going to go on to number 3. Everything you consume, guys, everything you consume, things that you like to do, past memories that were powerful for you. If there's a book that you like to read, if there's a song that you like to listen to, whatever that you like that brings you joy, do more of that. Don't do things that are bad for you. It's like it's kind of silly how I'm explaining this because it's like don't do things that are bad for you. Like don't watch porn, don't watch like murders. Like don't do bad things. And then because when you tune in, when you consume things that are bad, you feel that energy. It's that simple, guys. Can this apply to stress? Um, that stress is a little bit different. So you emotions and stress are slightly different. So when it comes to stress, that's a little bit deeper. You need to give yourself time to chill, relax. When it comes to stress, that's something that honestly, I'm going to be 100% with you. You might want to seek out therapy. I've been in therapy. I think therapy works. You know, having a lot of stress on yourself is something that, I'm not an expert on helping you through that. I'm an expert on helping you with regulating your emotions, when it comes to this, your workouts, your nutrition, your mindset. But when it comes to stress, that's something that I had to seek out therapy for, because we all deal with stress. And even when you implement some of these teachings, that still might not heal your stress. Um, I don't want to tell you something that I'm not 100% expert on. I think if you have a very stressful life, that I believe you should seek out therapy. Therapy works, guys. Therapy works. And thanks for that question, though. I hope that was a little bit helpful. But I do think that implementing a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about here can help with stressors. If you do more positive things, you're going to feel more positive, and you're going to be better equipped to handle stress. You know, stress management, the capacity of your stress management will determine your success. So how much stress you can handle will determine how successful you will be in this journey. But the whole thing is, I'm trying to make this journey a positive for you. I'm trying to make this journey more enjoyable, more fun, but it is stressful. It's stressful, it's stressful meal prepping, it's stressful working out all the time. These things are stressors, but we have to be proud of ourselves for doing these things, because these stressors are good for us. There's good stress and bad stress. But I hope that made sense, Kevin. Was that helpful? The number one advice that I could give you if you're dealing with heavy stress is to seek out therapy. Do things that relieve stress. Sauna, going on a walk, clearing your mind, the 15-minute morning routine. You could do that multiple times a day to write out your thoughts, to write out your emotions. Cool. But yeah, stress is a heavy hitter, and like stress is a killer too. So you just gotta like be able to take that breath and be like, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. If I keep showing up every day and strive to be the best person that I can be, it's going to all work out. It's going to all work out. So, guys, everything you consume, your energy, your environment, if you have negative friends, if you have a negative environment, that's all going to seep into your emotional vibration. If you want to make it harder to raise your vibration, if you have negative friends, have a negative environment, are consuming bad food, are consuming negative content, everything that you take in, everything that's around you is going to contribute to your emotional vibration and your stress. Being around positivity will rub off on you. And also things that will help raise your frequency is like past memories, like looking at a photo album and just reminding yourself of good times, things that you've experienced that gives you dopamine. Remind yourself of those things. And what really helps me is, like, I like a lot of certain songs, music that I've played years and years. Play music that you love. So these are the 3 steps: workout, becoming the source of what you seek, and the number 3 is really just like everything that's around you, everything that you consume. You have to think about everything that in your environment and your friend circle and your family circle, and just all of it, everything that you experience, your environment, all of it. Experience, environment, energy. Is it positive? Is it negative? Is it helping you? Is it hurting you? Okay? And sometimes it's going to be hard to remove yourself from one of those situations, but if you can, do your best to just be aware. Okay? The more frequent we can stay at a higher vibration, the easier it is for us to manifest and reach our goals, because we will be working with a positive mindset. Guys, it's draining trying to get shit done with a negative mindset. Trust me, I've tried that. And it's very stressful as well. But if we can raise our emotional frequency moment to moment and just fully understand that your whole life is just a series of moments, and if we can just get each moment to be at a higher frequency, we are going to have a better life, because the quality of our life is dictated by the quality of our thoughts. Boom, mic drop. So I hope you guys are getting value from this training. Does anybody have any questions so far? Is everybody getting value? You guys can hit the chat. Any questions so far about this training? And how do you guys like the new mic? Can you guys hear me loud and clear? Thank you, Jason. Cool, 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 cool. This is something as a person with ADHD that really struggled with negative internal dialogue. Understanding the vibration chart and realizing that it's possible for us to raise our emotional frequency throughout the day was a game changer for me. So I would like all of you guys to 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 implement this, to understand this, and reach out if you have any questions implementing this. Positivity breeds positivity. Exactly. Glad that you guys are getting value. I hope that I explained this way in a way that was digestible, that you guys can understand, because I know this is kind of like a nuanced topic, but the thing is, guys, is that people with ADHD, our brain is moving 1,000 miles per minute. It's like all these thoughts are coming in, and for me, when a negative thought comes in and it's like very pressing, it's hard for me to get rid of it. It's like stuck in there. So when I realized that becoming the source of what I seek and doing workouts and understanding what I'm consuming, putting in my body either visually, mentally, digestibly, everything that I put in my body, everything is up to me to raise my emotional vibration. You guys do not have to stay stuck. You have to understand that. You don't have to stay stuck in that negative internal dialogue. You can be proud of who you are. You can love yourself. You can have positive thoughts, but you got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. All right, guys. Hope everyone was getting value from this. Got a couple more minutes here. I'm thinking if anybody has any questions about this, I'm going to be sending everybody the training and the replay to this video. And I'll be sending everybody this worksheet so you can better understand and read it when you have time. And um, just understand, guys, the these quotes are universal. I feel like ADHD people, it's hard for me to read a book and comprehend it and pay attention. But I can read quotes, one sentence, I read that quote, it resonates with me, it gets my brain gears turning in a positive direction, and I start to gain a new realization on how the world and how my life is going to play out. The world isn't as it is. The world is as you are. Your frequency is what you frequently see. So if you want more positivity in your life, you can't stay negative. You have to stay positive. Whatever you release, you possess. So even though that dude that cut you off and flipped you off and whatever he did, he may deserve bad things, but you don't deserve it. Because if you give him bad things, you are also going to feel those negative emotions. All right, guys? Powerful shit right here. And I wanted to spend a second on what Kevin said. Does this help with stress? I do think over time this could help with stress. But again, if you have a very stressful life, becoming stronger to deal with that stress will make it easier. How are we going to get stronger? We're going to get consistent with our nutrition. We're going to get consistent with our workouts, with our hydration, with the habits that we need to complete. If we can get consistent with positive habits and putting in the work on ourselves, we're going to have a higher ceiling for our stress management. So when things do come, we will be able to handle that stress easier. But if you do have a lot of stress in your life, I highly recommend reaching out to a therapy. You guys, you can shoot me a message. I'm connected with this place called Done ADHD, and they help with very inexpensive ADHD treatment. And there's also therapy. So I can send you guys a consultation to Done ADHD if you guys are dealing with a lot of stress in your life. And you can use me as a reference. They might give you a discount. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I want everybody to have the best possible life they can have. And the only way that you're going to have that is if we can create quality thoughts consistently. And I know having ADHD, that is very hard because all these thoughts are coming in and we're not even really controlling them. So my best advice is to just to fully understand how the vibration chart works and to just also understand that you can raise your frequency by doing workouts, positive acts, becoming the source of what you seek, and really just paying attention to everything you consume, whether it's positive or negative. It all plays a part in you being positive or negative. All right, guys. I won't ramble on too much longer. I appreciate everybody joining the live. Those of you who are watching the replay, if you have any questions